you will get compliments left and right. It's very glamorous, it's very sugary, it's elegant, it has great lasting power and incredible projection. This perfume, guys, is so stunning. It's so feminine, so sensual, so unique, because I feel like a goddess when I wear this perfume. Don't laugh at me, but I do feel like a goddess when I wear this. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Giselle, I review perfumes. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're one of my loyal returning subscribers. Thank you guys for being here with me once again and for your loyal support. So today is all about vanilla fragrances, but not any vanilla fragrances. I'm gonna rank some of the hype vanilla perfumes out there. So if you've been entertaining the idea of buying certain vanilla fragrances or certain hype vanilla scents, maybe this video is for you. So let's dive in. So the factors I'm weighing in to determine the ranking of these vanilla fragrances are the scent itself, performance, and uniqueness. To me, the uniqueness factor is important, but above all, the scent has to smell nice. So these to me are the three most important factors. Compliments to me are important, but I don't live for compliments. I don't wear fragrances for compliments. If I get compliments, great, it's a bonus. But I don't care about compliments that much as long as I feel comfortable and I feel in my own skin when I'm wearing a specific fragrance. For some people, compliments are not even important. In other countries, in other cultures, complimenting is not the standard. Actually, it could be seen as something very rude. People don't compliment strangers. So for that reason, and given the fact that compliments is something very subjective, I didn't want to weigh in compliments as a factor to determine the ranking. So the first vanilla fragrance I have on my list today is Orchidée de Minuit by Chloé. This fragrance belongs to the Atelier des Fleurs line, which is like a private blend, so to speak. And it's absolutely stunning. I think this perfume truly lives up to the hype. I started by the end. Orchidée de Minuit has been hyped in the last months. It's not overly hyped, which I'm happy for, but it did get a lot of love in the last month. And let me tell you, it's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most unique vanilla fragrances I've ever tried. And I'm not even talking about my collection. I'm talking in general. It's super duper unique. It's absolutely gorgeous, guys. It's so stunning. It's so sexy, very feminine. It has great lasting power and incredible projection. I shared with you in one of my previous videos that I shared two stories. One of them was when I was at a restaurant and it was directly under a fan. And the fan was spreading this beautiful fragrance all over the place. And people that were sitting next to me asked me what I was wearing. This perfume, guys, is so stunning. It's so feminine, so sensual, so unique. It's very resinous. It's also slightly boozy as well. The vanilla here is very prominent. So good. It has styrax and it has benzoin in the heart, which makes this fragrance pretty deep and resinous. So good. Seriously, this is one of the most unique vanilla fragrances I've ever smelled in my life. And I'm not even talking about my collection. I'm talking in general. This perfume is truly very unique. Performance is nuclear and the scent is absolutely stunning. And to me, although this perfume didn't get so much hype, it did get quite some love in the last months. And I truly think it lives up to the hype, and I give it a 10 out of 10. The next fragrance I have on my list today is Babycat by YSL. So Babycat was a Middle Eastern exclusive for quite some time. Later, they released this fragrance also for the European market. And it's been pretty elusive, but if you do your research, you can find it online. And in fact, I have linked it down below in case you want to buy it. It's really good. Let me tell you, Babycat was in love at first sniff for me. My husband went on a business trip. He wanted to buy a fragrance for me. So he asked an SA what he could buy because he wanted to be a surprise. He didn't ask me if I wanted something or anything. So she recommended Babycat. he bought Babycat for me, and that's the main reason why I didn't want to get rid of the fragrance, because I had it before and I sold it because I didn't like it. It didn't do it for me. Now, after this fragrance sat on the shelf for a while, let me tell you, we started an affair and I completely fell in love with Babycat. It's really, really beautiful. It's very incensey, very deep, very voluptuous, very resonant. It used to pull pretty metallic on my skin, and that was the main reason why I didn't like it. But it seems that after a while, that metallic component doesn't pull that strong anymore on my skin. And it's so, so nice. It's such a great winter fragrance. If I had to say how winter smells like, I would say it smells like Babycat. It's so rich, spicy, resinous, which is probably coming from the lemon resin, which is a note resin in this fragrance. It's also very balsamic, super duper creamy, leathery. The leather here, it's not really leather. I think it's more suede, which is creamier, and usually it's not animalic, more texture, if that's even a thing in liquid form, texture in liquid form. But yes, suede is very creamy, and usually I can even pick the texture. It's very velvety, very soft, very creamy, as I was saying. Although Babycat is undoubtedly a vanilla fragrance, a vanilla leather fragrance, this is not your typical gourmand edible type of vanilla. And this is what I like. One of the reasons why I love vanilla is its versatility, because you can have woody, earthy, non-edible gourmands with a strong vanilla base, while on the other side of the spectrum, you can have the most edible, yummy type of scent. Babycat is really elegant. It's a nighttime fragrance for cold weather, super bold, very unapologetic. If you don't want to get compliments, don't wear Babycat, because you will get compliments left and right. So ranking time. I would give Babycat a 7 out of 10, and I tell you why. Performance is amazing. It truly is nuclear. The scent is really nice, but to me, it lacks the uniqueness factor, which, as I said at the beginning, is one of the factors I'm weighing in to determine the ranking. Babycat, in my humble opinion, is magnificent gold that has been reformulated and tweaked a little bit into this new beautiful perfume. But the similarities are undeniable. To me, this is magnificent gold. It's actually creamier. The vanilla is stronger, and it has that leather note that magnificent gold didn't have, or at least it wasn't that strong. But to me, it's the same fragrance that has been reformulated a little bit, repackaged, rebranded, and relaunched as Babycat. So for that reason, since it lacks the uniqueness factor, I give it a 7 out of 10. But performance is out of this world, and the scent is really, really nice. So Babycat by YSL. The next vanilla fragrance on my list today is Burberry Goddess by Burberry. This perfume is my absolute favorite from Burberry. I like it even better than the new flanker, the Burberry Goddess Intense. This is vanilla on steroids. It does have a very, very subtle lavender note, which is very subtle, to a point that even if you don't like vanilla in fragrances, like myself, you may still enjoy this perfume. It's absolutely glorious. And they couldn't have chosen a better name, because I feel like a goddess when I wear this perfume. Don't laugh at me, but I do feel like a goddess when I wear this. It's very glamorous, it's very sugary, it's elegant, it's also bold, but it's not too loud. It projects in the first hour or so without even overspraying, but it has a really nice projection in the first hour. It's very sophisticated. It's a linear vanilla fragrance with a very strong sugary vanilla accord. It's sweet, but we have the lavender here, which balances the sweetness and also makes this perfume detach from your typical gourmand vanilla perfumes. I think it's still a gourmand. We can still consider this perfume a gourmand. However, it doesn't smell like pastry, but it does have that edible component that it's completely addictive. As I said before, the lavender here, it's very subtle. You know what? It adds freshness without adding that aromatic component that many people associate with fougere fragrances. And I think when the lavender is that strong, more fougere leaning, is when people don't like lavender in fragrances, especially women. And I think that's the main reason why many people prefer Live Intense over the original Live, because in Live the lavender is really strong, while in the intense flanker, you will get way more of the vanilla and the lavender is toned down. I'm not reviewing that one today, although it deserves an honorable mention because I love Live Intense. I reviewed several times here and I don't want to repeat fragrances, but it definitely belongs to this list and it truly lives up to the hype. I will also link it down below. But yeah, Burberry Goddess is a stunner. It's a very sexy, super versatile day or night type of scent and all year round. Winter, summer, I think it performs better in colder weather, but it's a stunner, guys. It definitely is an all year round type of scent. So I love the versatility of this fragrance. I love the scent, although it's vanilla on steroids. No doubt this fragrance is about and around vanilla. It still detaches and stands out from all the vanilla fragrances we have on the market. It is an excellent performer. I get anywhere between 7 and 9 hours. And to me, as I said, it's a stunner. The scent is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful vanilla, but it's pretty unique. It's a linear perfume. There's nothing complex here. However, the scent is super unique in my opinion. So for that reason, I'll give Burberry Goddess a 10 out of 10 to a point that I'll buy a big bottle, the biggest possible. I usually buy as small as humanly possible because I have a lot of perfume. I find it way easier to travel with smaller bottles. But in certain cases, like this one, God, I need a large one. I need a big bottle. So yes, Burberry Goddess, the original Burberry Goddess by Burberry. My next vanilla fragrance is Ani by Nishane. Ani is divine, guys. Super beautiful. Oh, so good. It's citrusy, it's soft but spicy, it's woody, it's green but not herbaceous, and of course it's a vanilla fragrance. But this one is so different that if you're not into fragrances and you make someone smell this perfume, they will be vanilla. Not because it's not present, but remember that for the most part, people who are not into fragrances, for them it's hard to pick notes unless they are very obvious. And here the vanilla is not that obvious. Although after you know it's a vanilla fragrance, of course you will start smelling that, right? But it's so different, so unique, and that's the first thing that I love about this perfume, created by 𝘿𝙤𝙤𝘾. She creates amazing fragrances. It has a very sparkling, uplifting, and spicy opening. It has a very strong ginger and cardamom note. Ginger always provides that initial kick that I love in fragrances. So nice. Ani is a green vanilla perfume, no doubt, but it's not herbaceous. Ani has green nuances. So I would say it's like a green vanilla perfume, but it's also fruity. It has black currant. And as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, black currant, it's a very tricky note. It's a delicious fruity note, but it's very tricky because it can take different directions. And usually black currant is used in perfumery for different purposes. And sometimes it's to create woody fragrances. You will never believe that certain woody fragrances have black currant in the composition. It's a note that you don't pick easily unless when it's used in the traditional fruity, sweet, juicy way, right? This is not what you get here. The black currant here takes a green direction. And it's one of the ways that black currant behaves in perfumery. It's used to create green fragrances, woody fragrances, and even floral fragrances. And this is one of the reasons why I think Ani, despite being a green vanilla fragrance, it's not herbaceous and it's not aromatic, because the green nuance, the green accord, is coming from the black currant and not from the typical notes that are usually utilized in perfumery to make green fragrances. So it's completely unisex in my opinion. I like it more than the ex-flanker. I think this one, the original, is more unique. And as you know, uniqueness to me is important. And what I like the most about this fragrance is the dry down. It's a woody patchouli type of dry down. You will still get the vanilla, but in the dry down, you will get more of the woody notes and also a little bit of patchouli, which here has a supporting role. You won't smell the patchouli in the traditional way. You won't smell like wet soil or anything like that. What patchouli adds here is depth, its complexity, and an earthy component that to me is what truly wraps up the whole composition. Super versatile, great fragrance for colder weather. I don't think it's an all year round type of scent. However, it's very versatile. You can wear it during the day, during the night, so daytime or nighttime type of scent. It's absolutely unique. Performance is out of this world. And bonus, it's a massive compliment getter. So yeah, Ani lives up to the hype, and to me, it's a 10 out of 10. So the next fragrance I have on my list today is actually a sample. I didn't buy the full bottle because it's not my typical scent profile, and it is 𝘿𝙑𝘾 Gourmand by Maison Mataha. So as I was saying, this is not my typical scent profile. I tried this perfume several times. I don't know how many samples I bought. I think with all the samples I bought, I could have bought a full bottle already, but I wasn't convinced about that. Now, since it's got a lot of hype, I wanted to include it in this list, and for this reason, I'm reviewing it today. So guys, this perfume, I think it's a great fragrance if you like extremely sweet gourmand perfumes. It's very sweet, however, it's not loud. So I would say it's a skin scent. It doesn't project like crazy. It has a very beautiful sheer sillage, very feminine. It's very cozy. It's very playful. It's very intimate as well. So it's a perfect fragrance for intimate encounters, and it's really, really nice. It's very sexy. Again, to me, it's way too sweet, but people love it, and I think for a good reason. If you enjoy very sweet, pastry-like, ultra gourmand type of vanilla fragrances, I think 𝘿𝙑𝘾 Gourmand is a must try. The scent is very simple. There's nothing complex here. It's very linear. I don't pick any dimension, different facets. Nothing like that here. It's very simple. However, a fragrance doesn't have to be complex to be beautiful. I think, honestly, this is a beautiful fragrance. It's just not for me, but it gets tons of love. This is also a clean vanilla. There's nothing earthy, nothing woody, nothing dirty here. So it's slightly musky as well. Very sweet, period. You have to enjoy sweet perfumes. Although it's very sweet, it's not cloying. So the line there is very, very thin. It's not cloying. I don't find this perfume super duper cloying, but it's sweet. So if you enjoy this type of scent profiles, if you enjoy very sweet, very gourmand vanilla fragrances that are also skin scents, because this one is a skin scent, you have to be comfortable with skin scents. Some people prefer their fragrances to be projecting 24/7. I'm not that type of person. I also enjoy skin scents. There's a moment for everything in life, and I love my skin scents too. It's just that it's not my scent profile, but it gets a lot of hype, it gets a lot of love, and I give it a 6 out of 10. My next vanilla fragrance is Woman in Gold by Kilian. I love this fragrance. It's such a stunning perfume, so stunning. And another thing I love about Kilian perfumes is that their bottles are refillable. So you just unscrew it. Usually the refill costs half or even less than the price of a full bottle. So that's something to consider. And yeah, as I was saying, Woman in Gold is a stunner. So good. Oh no, this is the other one. I confuse it. The blotter. This one is Woman in Gold. So Woman in Gold, it's a very luxurious smelling floral vanilla fragrance. It has a sparkling, sugary, feminine vibe. It's very sparkling, uplifting, vibrant, luminous, so gorgeous. It's very intoxicating. It's very addictive. It has a subtle gourmand addictive component that sugary vanilla pulls really strong here, but it's done in a very, very refined way. It's completely ageless. It's a day or night type of scent. It's classy without being vintage. So gorgeous. I think it's 100% signature scent worthy, and it truly lives up to the hype. It truly lives up to the hype. It's a stunning perfume. I wouldn't give it 10 out of 10. I would, because the scent to me is absolutely gorgeous. I would like it to last longer. I get around 4 hours on my skin, which is borderline average to me. I would have loved this fragrance to last longer. However, it lacks the uniqueness factor, originality. And why? Because I don't know if you saw one of my previous videos or if you follow me on Instagram. By the way, I would love for you to follow me at GB_fragrances. I also share perfume related content there, but not necessarily what you see here on YouTube. So I would feel honored and very happy if you also follow me on Instagram. But I share both there and here on YouTube another fragrance, which is Tocat by Rochas. That fragrance was created first. It's been around forever. And Woman in Gold smells almost identical to Tocat. So for that reason, I can give it 10 out of 10 because it's not unique. Although I love it, I absolutely love it. I will keep buying this one forever and ever for as long as Kilian decides to keep producing it. But uniqueness factor is lacking there, and lasting power is not as good as I would love to, especially with premium price tags. And for these reasons, I will give it a 7 out of 10. But regardless, it's a stunning perfume, and I highly encourage you to try it. Guys, this is it. This wraps up my video from today. I hope you enjoy my popular vanilla fragrances ranking. I would like to do a part 2, but it's actually up to you. I'm here for you. I create content for you. So I would like to hear your thoughts. Would you like to see a part 2? I have way more vanilla fragrances. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.